Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Bikash, and today we're gonna talk about how we can configure failover, and we'll see how failover works in Cisco ASA. So, so before start, I'll request you guys to please subscribe my channel and please hit the bell icon. So whenever I upload any video, you'll get a notification of that. And in my video series I'm going to upload like I'll be making the videos on how we can configure security technologies right now specific to Cisco ASA. Later part will move on to other vendors as well. So right now in this video I'll be covering how we can configure failover. So why we need a failover? So I'll just show you what is the need of it. So let's say this client wants to go to internet. Okay, so it has a device, it is going. Let's say after some point of time this device goes down. What will happen? The client will not be able, no longer access to internet or the web server. It may be on the headquarter or some other location where it is on the data center where it is hosted. So for that reason we have a concept of failover. So this device, when this device goes down, this device will take over the responsibility of all the traffic and forward it to internet. So the user will be having access to the web server or the internet. Okay, now we have a mode. In Cisco we have two type of mode. One is active standby, one is active. In this video I'm going to talk about standby and active. What standby and active is, in this mode the active will be forwarding all the traffic to the internet, but when active goes down the standby will take the responsibility and forward traffic to the internet. So actually standby waits to active get failed, then only the standby will come into the picture and forwards the packets to internet. This is what the concepts for failover. So we will start our practical. So I have cleared all the configuration. If you see here, only the basics configurations are there. So running only the IP config or the access list what is required for this. So this is what it is. If we go to the standby unit, we don't have anything, no configuration, nothing. So failover, no, nothing is there. So we'll start our failover configuration. So first we will specify it's a primary unit or a secondary unit. So we'll make ASA A1 as a primary unit. Okay, then we will specify a name. Link Fober G0/3. Okay, this is the name what we have given. Failover LAN interface will specify failover link as G0/3. Okay, now we'll specify failover interface IP address. That is our forward. As per the diagram, what is the IP? That is 10.1.100.10.255.255.255.0, and then the standby IP 10.1.100.11. Okay, so run failover. The same thing we'll do over here. Failover LAN unit secondary. Okay, the same configuration will be replicated over here. Try to copy it again. The address, and now we need to turn on the failover. So the recommended way to turn on the failover is to do it on the primary. Okay, why? Because when the replication happens, after detecting the primary unit, or not the primary unit, the failover made, the configuration replication will happen from primary to the secondary. Otherwise, what happened, the secondary will uh, get replicated to the primary. I have seen a lot of cases wherein this has happened. So to keep in mind, we'll always turn on the failover on the primary first. Failover, failover. Okay, okay. I forgot to shut the interface. Okay, now it has done. So the configuration has been replicated. If you see the IP address, you'll be able to see that same. Okay, now see, if you see over here, when you go to configuration mode, it says the configuration replication will not happen from standby unit to active unit. So whatever you configure, or if you go to config mode, this warning message will come, because the configuration will never replicate from standby unit to active unit. So whatever configuration you want to do, you have to do it on the active unit, because always the configuration happens from active to standby, not from standby to active. Okay, now we'll do one thing. We'll try to ping from our client to web server, and we'll do a failover test. Okay, so we'll do ping. What is the IP of the web server? So interface IP interface brief. So G0 by 0, where it's connected, this is the IP address. It's pinging 1000. We'll go to ASA. We'll try to reload it. We'll see what happens. Okay, it got shut down. Now the traffic is getting dropped here, and if you go here, now ASA 2 will become active, and after some time, maybe after 10 to 15 minutes the traffic will get start forwarding. So during this period what happens is this client was able to reach the web server from this. It goes down. ASA2 knows that this unit is down. It sends an GR to this. It says I am the active unit, or this IP, the inside IP belongs to this port. So this switch starts forwarding this traffic to ASA2, and it goes, the traffic again it goes to the normal. Okay, it during this time it takes some time, like why it took so much time, because we have a wait time. I'll show you the hello time over here. Show run failover hold time. So it actually wait for some time. So timeout, if you see, okay, so what hold time is, so this is by default hold time. So it will wait for some time to see. This whole time what it does is it waits for some time, whether uh, whether my traffic is not able to reach to the active unit, or maybe the failover. So it does some of the testing to announce the active is failed and I need to take over the active role. So it holds for some time. We can do 1 second, but this is not by default, it has to be 3 seconds. Okay, so after 3 seconds those process will again happen, that GR and all. Now after that the traffic will get forwarded to the standby, and it will take the active role and forwards traffic to the destination. Okay, we have another feature in ASA failover. In this failover what happens is failover replication. So what failover replication does is, let's say this client is initiate some HTTP connection to web server. Okay, so during this HTTP is already established. Now this goes down during that time. What it does is, when web server replies to this, or send a traffic to the client, this is down. So switch A start pushing this traffic to ASA1. If we are not turning on their application, ASA standby unit, who becomes active right now, it drops the traffic. But when we do the replication on, it actually sends the this HTTP state to ASA2, so that if it gets down, the return traffic will be accepted by the standby unit. So the user will not come to know whether any down time was there in the production. He will not come to know whether the failover has happened or the primary unit has gone down. He will not come to know. So We'll try to see the tactical over here. Let's say, so I am doing a telnet from client to web server. Telnet 192. Okay, 192.168.1.1 on port number 80. If you see this, so connection, you are able to see this. Okay, now if you go to the standby unit, so failover standby ready, so connection, it is already up. Now I'm going to reload this. Yes. Okay. Okay. After some time, it recognized that ASA active one is failed. I need to take the active as an active role. After some time, okay, yeah, I have not done the confirmation. I'll do the confirmation. Okay, so after some time, it has become the active unit. So connection, I can see the connection. If you do go to the web server, it is open. So control plane host open port, you'll see the connection is established, correct? Will clear the connection. No connection, actually it has some problem. Okay, now we'll remove the replication and we'll see what happens. Okay, it got rebooted. The configuration is getting replicated to the standby, or who got rebooted now. So failover, this is standby unit and this is primary unit right now. Okay, now again I'm going to, okay, now we'll remove this, show run failover replication, show run failover. So we are not doing the replication now. We'll go to R2 client and we'll initiate a connection now. Now as this is a active unit, we'll do a reload over here. Yes, confirmed. Now when we do this reboot and all, when it get the active role, active, if we show this connection, will not see any connection because the connection is not get replicated to the standby unit. So this is how we configure ASA for failover, and this is how we do troubleshooting also. It's a very simple concept the Cisco has introduced like long back, and this is how we do the failover in Cisco ASA. Friends, if you have any question or suggestion, please please put on the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. And please, if you want to contact me, please drop me a mail on uh, it is there in the channel. You can drop me a mail if you have any question. I'll try to solve it as soon as possible.